Have you ever paused to ask yourself, why do certain events unfold in your life? Why do some people effortlessly attract happiness while others seem stuck in an endless loop of hardship? Is it mere coincidence, or is there a deeper, more universal law at work? In Buddhism, this force is known as karma, the universal law of cause and effect. It is not about punishment or reward from an external power, but rather the unfolding consequence of our own actions, intentions, and thoughts. In today's video, we will dive deep into the Buddhist understanding of karma, how it influences your present and future, and how to consciously transform your life through mindful action. If you stay with us until the end, you will gain not only clarity, but also practical tools to reshape your destiny. What is karma? Karma, from the Sanskrit word karman, means action or deed. But in the Buddhist tradition, it goes beyond physical actions. It includes your thoughts, your speech, your choices, and your intentions. Every single one of these sends ripples through your consciousness and the world around you. Buddha taught that your life today is shaped by past actions, and your future is being shaped by what you choose now. Imagine this. You plant a seed. If you plant an apple seed, you will eventually harvest apples. If you plant poison ivy, you will not get roses. It's a simple metaphor, but carries profound meaning. Every thought and action is a seed. Over time, with the right conditions, that seed grows into experience. Karma is not fate. It is dynamic, ever-changing, and influenced by your awareness. You are not bound to your past. With mindfulness and wisdom, you can redirect your life like a boatman steering through a river's current. Karma and intention. One of the most powerful teachings in Buddhism is that intention matters more than action alone. A kind gesture with selfish motives can produce different karma than one performed with pure-hearted compassion. For example, imagine giving money to someone in need. If your motivation is genuine care, that karma is different from doing it just to look good or gain social approval. This is why in Buddhism, wholesome intention, cettana, is the foundation of all skillful karma. This teaching invites us to look deeply into our motivations. Are we acting out of fear, out of love, out of ego? The clearer we become about our intentions, the more aligned our karma becomes with our highest values. Transforming karma through mindfulness. The first step to transforming karma is awareness. Mindfulness is like carrying a lantern in a dark forest. Without it, we stumble over the same routes again and again. With it, we begin to see our patterns, our habits of reactivity, our knee-jerk anger, our repetitive self-doubt. When we become mindful of our thoughts before they become words, of our emotions before they turn into actions, we reclaim our power. We stop being victims of our past conditioning. This is where transformation begins. Meditation plays a crucial role here. When you sit quietly, observing your thoughts and feelings without reacting, you are breaking the chain of karma. You are training your mind to respond rather than react. Over time, this subtle shift creates a new karmic trajectory. The power of compassion and forgiveness. Compassion is often referred to as the fire that purifies karma. When we choose kindness over revenge, empathy over judgment, we dissolve the seeds of suffering before they take root. Buddha once said, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love." This is the eternal law. Holding on to anger, no matter how justified it may feel, is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You're the one who gets burned. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful ways to purify karma, not because the other person necessarily deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Releasing resentment lightens the heart, clears the mind, and opens space for new possibilities. Right speech and the invisible trail. Words are not just sounds, they are seeds. When you speak with truth, kindness, and intention, you plant karma that bears fruit in the form of trust, peace, and harmony. But harsh words, even if momentary, can scar deeply and create suffering for years. Buddhism encourages us to ask, before speaking, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? This practice of right speech is not just about avoiding harm. It's about consciously shaping a better future. Imagine the ripple effect of a sincere compliment or a heartfelt apology. These small acts, often overlooked, are karmic gold. Generosity and abundance. Dana, or generosity, is considered one of the highest forms of virtue in Buddhism. Giving doesn't mean you have excess. It means you recognize your interconnection with others, whether it's material support, your time, your presence, or your knowledge. Acts of giving generate powerful karma. The paradox of karma is this: when you let go, you receive. When you give, you grow. Generosity opens your heart, dissolves selfishness, and attracts abundance, not just materially, but spiritually and emotionally. Patience, acceptance, and impermanence. Karma unfolds in its own time. Just as you cannot rush the blossoming of a flower, you cannot rush the results of your actions. Patience is not passive waiting. It's an active trust in the unfolding of life. Acceptance, too, is crucial. There are moments when things do not go as planned. Rather than resist or blame, Buddhism teaches us to accept what is, learn from it, and move forward. This attitude itself creates positive karma, and at the heart of all Buddhist teaching is the understanding of impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Not pain, not joy, not success, not failure. Everything changes. When you remember this, you hold your experiences more lightly, and overthinking loses its grip. Story of the Suffering Man. Let me share with you a traditional story from the Buddhist texts. There once was a man who lived a life of suffering. He was poor, constantly falling into trouble, and filled with bitterness. One day, in despair, he approached the Buddha. "Why is my life so hard?" he asked. Buddha replied, "In a past life, you were a wealthy merchant who hoarded your riches and turned away all those in need. Your actions created the conditions of this life." The man lowered his head in shame. "But," Buddha continued, "you are not trapped by the past. Each moment is a new seed. If you begin today to live with generosity, compassion, and awareness, your future will transform." Inspired, the man began sharing what little he had. Over time, his circumstances changed. He found new friendships, opportunities, and peace within himself. His karma shifted, not by force, but by choice. Choosing your karma. So let us ask ourselves, what seeds am I planting with my thoughts? What karma am I creating with my speech? What future am I shaping with my actions? Buddhism does not ask for perfection. It asks for awareness, effort, and compassion. Every day is a new opportunity to plant different seeds. Let us walk this path together, not just with understanding, but with wisdom in action. Let karma be not just a concept, but a conscious choice. Karma is not about judgment. It is about learning. It is not about destiny. It is about direction. You are not the victim of your past. You are the author of your future. By choosing love over hate, mindfulness over reaction, giving over hoarding, patience over frustration, You are writing a new story. As the Buddha said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Let us all become aware of our karma, transform it, and use it as the sacred ground upon which we build lives of compassion, clarity, and deep inner freedom. If this message resonates with you, subscribe to The Enlightened Mind, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and leave a comment. What kind of karma are you planting today? Until next time, stay mindful, stay kind, and stay enlightened.